Thank God it's Friday. Today is August 9th, 2024, and we are on the set of Inside Nigeria, your breakfast show leadership television. My name is Winifred Gogo. It's a pleasure to be here this morning to review and discuss some fun headline stories on some select newspaper. As usual on the program, we have Leadership Friday, Nigeria's foremost Friday newspaper, and of course, Nigeria's most influential newspaper too. We have THISDAY, The Punch, The Guardian, Vanguard, and of course, this paper we are going to be looking at the fourth headline story today, Friday. And as we normally do on the program, let's start with leadership. Leadership Friday's main headline story says amid hardship, Northern leaders want foreign trips suspended. Amid hardship, Northern leaders want foreign trips suspended. Say savings can revive textile steel companies. Want all businesses transacted in Naira. Address hardship, ADC tells President. Riders to the main headline story. Amid hardship, Northern leaders want foreign trips suspended. And let's see what the story is talking about as we move to page 4 of leadership. Of significant economic struggles currently confronting the nation, leaders from the North Central region have made a compelling appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, urging him to suspend for 1 year all foreign trips undertaken by government officials. Expressing their deep concern over the ongoing hardships faced by the citizenry, they expressed belief that a pause on international engagements will significantly benefit the country's financial health. According to the regional leaders, the consistent trend of government officials traveling abroad for medical treatment, professional training, various conferences, seminars, and workshops is contributing to the ongoing significant drain on the country's purse. They are sad that halting these expenditures for a year could allow the government to redirect valuable resources towards revitalizing the moribund textile and steel industries, which in turn could generate much needed employment opportunities for the nation's youth. Speaking through the National Publicity Secretary of the North Central People's Forum, NCPF, Right Honorable Audu Sule, they expressed their commitment to supporting the president to achieve success in his plan to revive Nigeria's economy. Of course, you want to read more when you log on to the website of Leadership. But before that, there are other stories today on Leadership Friday, which are interesting as well. We have 5 died, 15 missing in Jigawa boat mishap. 20 die in Bayelsa boat explosion. APC women write Tinubu on appointment. The story is on page 12 of Leadership Friday. APC women write Tinubu on appointment. 20 die in Bayelsa boat explosion. 5 die, 15 missing in Jigawa boat mishap. Beside the masthead of Leadership Friday, citizenship role, Chidinma, Miss South Africa hopeful, quits. Above the masthead, Trump, Harris agreed to debate on September 10. Protests, mothers cry for justice over Katsina killing. So unfortunate. And with that, we move to the page 3 of Leadership Friday. And today's stand is on local government autonomy and matters arising. Local government autonomy and matters arising. From that, our stand, we move to the back page where we have conversation with Azu, and he is writing today on the trouble with Tinubu. Of course, the column you can't afford to miss. You have to read the conversation with Azu to find out what the trouble is with President Tinubu. Meanwhile, Le Vogue, our colorful style magazine is out this Sunday. Don't miss it. Just grab a copy of Leadership Sunday for the insert of Leadership's Le Vogue. And for more of these headline stories, inside stories, the column, the editorial, and inside stories, log on to the website of Leadership, www.leadership.friday. From that, we move to The Punch. The Punch also has developing story on the hunger protest that took place in the country last week. And it says hunger protest victims' families recount ordeals, demand bailout. Hunger protest victims' families recount ordeals, demand bailout. Gombe, Kano traders, Katsina churches count losses, Bono families relieve pains. That is the main story on the Punch. And beneath that, APC opposition clash over NLC secretariat invasion. More bodies recovered from collapsed mining pit, Niger village head. More bodies recovered from collapsed mining pit, Niger village head. To be recalled that last month, a mining pit in Niger State collapsed with many people trapped inside. Unfortunately, help could not be rendered to some of the victims that were trapped, and more bodies recovered on today's headline story in Punch. And more bodies recovered from collapsed mining pit in Niger. Labour gives Nasarawa 3-week ultimatum on 70,000 naira wage. Beside the masthead, federal government suspends registration for 40,000 naira rights. NNPCL demands 4.7 trillion naira petrol import refund. Forensic audit of 2.6 trillion naira NNPCL subsidy claims still ongoing. Fact panel. NNPCL demands 4.7 trillion naira petrol import refund. Forensic audit of 2.6 trillion naira NNPC subsidy claims still ongoing, according to fact panel. Dangote refinery designed to process Nigerian crude, CEO. Of course, with that, we also conclude the review of front headline stories on the Punch. For more of these and inside stories on Punch today, you log on to the website www.punchng.com. From the Punch, we move to Vanguard. Vanguard says Atiku Obi CSOs orders fume over raid of Nigerian Labour Congress headquarters by security agents. We are still shocked by invasion, NLC. ITUC, TUC demand investigation. IGP must fish out the armed invaders. Falana. Raid, sign of Tinubu's disregard for democracy. Adeyanju. Of course, those are the lighters beneath the main headline story on the raid by security agencies of NLC headquarters. Beneath that, we see the president in handshake with the chairman of Inosum Motors yesterday in presidential villa. Protest, Tinubu has adopted propaganda as state policy. Atiku. Protest, Tinubu has adopted propaganda as state policy, according to the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Abubakar Atiku. 87 million bribes amounting to 700 billion naira paid in Nigeria, ICPC check. Gas development will drive Nigerians' prosperity, reduce cost of living, ECO. Above the masthead of Vanguard, manufacturers incur 1.5 trillion naira forest losses in 6 months. Edo Guba, 17 parties nominate only 55.6% of polling units collation agents, according to INEC. 17 parties nominate only 55.6% of polling units collation agents, INEC. African Human Rights Commission seeks probe of brutality on protesters, journalists. Road projects, federal government opens talks with Julius Berger. OPEC says Dangote refineries product supplies to disrupt Europe's oil and gas industry. OPEC says Dangote refineries product supplies to disrupt Europe's oil and gas industry. The story runs on page 20 of Vanguard. And with that, we also conclude review of front headline stories today on Vanguard. For more, log on to www.vanguardngr.com. From Vanguard, we move to THISDAY. THISDAY story says that Idris, fuel subsidy removal, forest windows unification aimed at rescuing Nigeria's economy. Idris, fuel subsidy removal, forest windows unification aimed at rescuing Nigeria's economy. Obagbena says unsequenced implementation overwhelmed markets. Article 6 investigation into killing of young protester in Zaria by soldiers. In stories on page 28 of THISDAY. Article 6 investigation into killing of young protester in Zaria by soldiers. Dangote refinery insists no backtracking on accusation of oil producers' reluctance to supply crude. Governor Sule confirms this day's story, says 573 billion naira was World Bank loan, not grant by federal government to states to cushion current hardship. Above the masthead of this day, CBN demands transaction evidence on all divestments, repatriation of foreign investments. TECO's 36 governors chart new calls for ROW permit network expansion plan. With that, we conclude the review of front headline stories today on This Day. For more, log on to the website of This Day, www.thisdaylive.com. From This Day, we move to the last paper we have on our menu, and that is The Guardian. Guardian has big story today as its main headline story. It says White Elephant Projects, billions in drains as Southeast struggles with abandoned mega projects. White Elephant Projects, billions in drain as Southeast struggles with abandoned mega projects. We have the Southeast in the illustration, and we have I need to have my legacy project. Forget the past. New projects are the most profitable. That is maybe the governors of the Southeast states. Billions in drains outside East struggles with abandoned mega projects. Beside that, Nigeria's $20 billion budget can't fast-track development, far below global peers, says Bagudu. Federal government holds sale of 40,000 naira subsidized rice to civil servants. Afenifere kicks against Igbo must go threat, divisive rhetoric to LGAs. Manufacturing naira forest transaction losses in 6 months. NLC decides response today as DSS denies. Marketers hopeful of Port Harcourt refineries August. Supreme Court order on